Hello, everybody. This is Oski, and Fortnite just put out their trailer for our new Squid Games reload map. And so I thought we'd check it out and do a little breakdown in person, give you a rundown what's going to be happening with this Squid Games reload map, all the rewards you can get, and everything that's going to be in the gameplay loop. So let's get this thing started right now. First, we can see our participants, our main characters, of course, are playing red light, green light, which is really cool. Props to Epic for this animation and this trailer. It's really well done, in my opinion. I always love their collab trailers. They go hard for them. I'd love to see them do some more trailers for like original storyline, especially, and other things other than just at the beginning of the season. But here we have the announcer actually says game is reload, which is really cool that they got somebody to voice act that. There's some combat here in the pink town that's kind of in the show. It looks really close quarters, a lot different than we're used to seeing with Fortnite maps being so spread out, as you can see there. But this will be interesting gameplay. It'll be a lot of shotguns, a lot of close quarters, like I said, a lot of corner camping. So get ready for that. We also see a bunch of pink guards. I don't know if these guys are, actual players, as you can see right there, and the one that's shooting our main character here. I don't know if they're players or if there might be NPCs stationed in these little town POIs. Especially like this one, but as you can see, this one's also underground, which is really unique. And now we're dropping into the map. You can see there's a little bit more autumn biome here. I think that was actually one of the emotes right there on the piggy bank, kind of like that bouncing emote. There's a little money that falls up behind it. That's pretty funny. And then we see some more underground POIs. We see the people actually playing red light, green light. This is gameplay now, not cinematic. So that means you're going to be able to play red light, green light. I don't necessarily know how that's going to work because, technically, couldn't people just shoot you while you're playing it? Maybe there's going to be some mechanic, once you are in this room, you can't hold any weapons or do any damage to anybody. I think that's a good idea. And we'll have to see how they implement this. But I am excited. And I wonder how precise that movement sensor is going to be. Because as you can see, a bunch of people got eliminated immediately after moving. And then we can see the rewards for red light, green light, or what I can assume are the rewards. You've got 3 blue chests, which is pretty good rewards. I wonder how many people can win, because right here we have 2 people. I wonder if that's because it's duos or if multiple people can win and then be peaceful while getting this loot. I don't know how that's necessarily going to work. Like, wouldn't they just kill each other? I guess we're going to have to wait and see on that. And then we also get some more gameplay in one of these little POIs. Very heavy, like COD vibes, like I said. Kind of reminds me of Nuketown, just with all these unfinished buildings. She uses a sniper. I don't know what sniper that is. I don't know if we had that before. Let's go back and see. But yeah, that sniper looks like a similar sniper to what we had. Kind of looks like the Reaper to me, but I'm not 100% sure on that. There's a lot more guards in this POI as well, which makes me think maybe there are going to be NPCs that kind of just shoot at you since there's so many of them, unless they're just trying to flex the new skins for the update, which makes sense as well. Here's another POI. A lot of them have the very, very similar architecture. They're all kind of these colorful, simple buildings, very modern, very rectangular. And then everybody's running at this giant golden llama piggy bank, which is obviously a reference to the show, but I wonder if there's some crazy type of loot you can get here, maybe like a mythic or something like that, because otherwise I don't know why everybody would be converging on that spot. But yeah, so that's the trailer. That is coming June 27th, I believe. The skins will be in the item shop June 26th. All right, so here's the new map for the reload Squid Game's game mode. As you can see, there's a ton of new POIs. It's all entirely new. A lot of reused assets, though, obviously. But I really do like that they have different biome here. They have like the farm biome with a little bit, more autumn colors, as you can see in the trees there. We also do have some closer looks at a lot of the POIs. So here is the Labyrinth POI, which looks exactly like the place that's in the actual Squid Games compound in the show where they kind of navigate, and especially in Season 2, they have a shootout there with the guards. So that looks interesting, very hard to navigate. There's going to be a lot of tight corners, a lot of camping probably, a lot of, close shotgun action, but it looks very unique. It's also underground, as you can see here. You can see the trees above it, and there's like a floor. I don't know if that door is going to close at some point during the match, but that's unique, I guess. And then we have the Red Greens POI, which is an interesting name for a POI, but also you can see there's an underground section. So I wonder if that's going to be kind of a theme for all these maps. That makes sense in the context of the show because it was kind of like a secret thing they hid underground, and there was a door that closed so that people couldn't find the people that were kidnapped. This kind of looks like, what was it? Is it Fencing Fields, I think, with Nisha that spawned here in Chapter 5, Season 1. I actually really like that POI. So this is kind of like a farm mixed with that Fencing Fields Italian architecture. I don't know if it's actually Italian, but something European. And I like the autumn colors, like I said, so that POI looks pretty cool. And now we have one named Square Meals, very square in its design, obviously. All the houses are of the same type of architecture. It reminds me of the Mexico town, or the one on Oasis map, like Adobe Abodes. It actually was called Adobe Adobes before they changed it. But anyway, small little POI, probably going to get a lot of action here. Not a lot of room to, hide from people. And then some more information. We're getting a big new loot pool. So first of all, they're adding the new Red Eye submachine gun, which I mentioned, which is going to have the Red Eye sight on it. So that's cool. It's probably going to be pretty good, I assume. New uncommon boogie bombs. So there's going to be a lot more boogie bombs around. And then itemized glider redeploy is also going to be something you can pick up. That does not mean everybody has it. That means it's an item you have to find and then put in your inventory, and then you have glider redeploy. Submachine guns coming back, twin mag SMG, suppressed SMG, Thunder Pump. I'm excited for that. Charge shotgun. Pump shotguns coming back. A lot of shotguns in the loot pool. There's like, holy crap, there's like 4 right there. I guess that is not that many. So I think this is going to be the whole loot pool. I'll throw that on the screen. You guys can read through it if you want. But now let's talk about some of the other things. Like, they're going to be doing a Squid Games Cup where you'll be able to win the pink guy costume. It's called the Games Guard outfit. It's coming to the shop June 26th along with the other skins. But if you win or do well in this cup, you'll get it for free. And if you get at least 8 points, you'll be able to get the Masterful Stare Spray, which is the front man, and that's right here. Other than that, there's going to be a Squid Games Cash Cup, which is pretty cool. I believe that Squid Grounds Cash Cup is going to be in July and August, and this is really for console players. At least that's what I saw. I'll throw a tweet on screen that will explain a little bit more. But yeah, so it'll win some cash if you do well. I do kind of want to try that the Squid Grounds Cup for the masked guard skin with my girlfriend, but I don't know if we'll do well enough to win it. But we'll definitely be able to get the spray because 8 points is not a lot at all. So that's pretty cool, free spray. And then, like I said, the rest of the cosmetics are coming to the item shop June 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can see all the prices for those here. I'll throw them on screen. I do like the pink guy outfits. I wish we would have gotten Gi-Hun or actually like the main characters, but it is what it is. And then we also have some more cosmetics here. We have a wrap that's also going to be part of the bundle. You have the Dalgona back bling and the Jockey, I don't know how to say that, box back bling, which is the balloon red thing they throw at the ground. And then there's a little prized piggy bank emote where you'll probably bounce through. I think you can actually see that in the trailer. So yeah, a little traversal one. And then we're also going to be getting Twitch drops, which is pretty dope. These are going to be from June 27th to June 29th. You'll be able to get these 2 sprays. I believe that's a banner and then an emoticon. Watch for 30 minutes to get the games banner or icon, which is that team leader right there, I think. Watch for 1 hour to get the Cuddly Games spray, which is that spray with the Cuddle team leader girl. Watch for 1 hour and 30 minutes to get the Guarded Games spray, which is these 3 guards here. And then 2 hours to get the Flip Jockey emoticon. I don't know how to say that. But yeah, that's all that's coming with the Squid Games update. I'm excited to play it. I think the POIs look really different, really unique. And looking back at the map real quick, I kind of like the layout of this map. There's a ton of POIs. It'll be interesting to see how the storm works. I feel like a lot of these outside ones are going to kind of get swept up by the storm pretty quickly. But the names are also very interesting, like Square Meals. I guess I don't really understand that. Managers Meals. I don't know. I guess they're just going to be like divided into like the participants and then the people that are running the game for Managers Meals. Kind of like vibes. But Hectic Hedges, I'm excited to check out. It looks kind of small, but I do like that one hedge POI we had in Chapter 2. I don't remember what that was called, actually. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this Squid Games reload map. And make sure to leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.